There's one version of a cleaning business almost everyone pictures the second they hear the phrase, start a cleaning business. And if you've got a good job and you're just trying to build this thing on the side, that version is probably the last one I would tell you to start. It's the easiest one to imagine, which is exactly why it's the one most people accidentally build. And they don't find out it's the wrong choice until they're about a year in and they're buried inside of it. And at that point, they're wondering why the thing they started to set themselves free turned into just another job. In this video, I'm gonna show you how two people can start in the exact same industry and end up with two completely different lives, and how to make sure that you build the right cleaning business from square one so you don't end up making the same mistake. But quickly, if you're new here, my name is Mike Mack. I have built and sold two cleaning companies, and I'm now building my third from scratch right now. And for the last 6 years, my team and I have helped hundreds of working professionals build high-ticket office cleaning businesses around their full-time jobs. And the biggest mistake I watch people make happens before they ever sign their first client. And that is, they pick the wrong version of the business without even knowing they had a choice. So let me tell you about the two guys, right? Now, I've watched both of these play out up close more times than I can count. Both of them say the exact same sentence: I want to own a successful cleaning business. Same words, same industry, but their lives could not look any more different. Because the first guy builds a business where he has 60 houses all over town. His phone never stops ringing, a cleaner calls out sick, a customer's upset about a missed corner, and an invoice he's been chasing down. It all blows up during the day, right in the middle of when he's the busiest. And after all of that, he's still in the business every single day, because the whole thing falls apart the second that he steps away. See, he didn't build a business. He actually built himself the busiest low-paying job anyone's ever had. But that's not the story for the second guy. The second guy has 8 offices. Every one of them is a recurring monthly contract, paying him the same amount every month, just like clockwork. The cleaning happens at night, his crews handle all of it, and he spends his time managing the asset and deciding where the next account comes from. See, same industry as the first guy, completely different business. Now, here's what I want you to notice. These two didn't win or lose on hard work. One wasn't lazy and the other one just got lucky. What happened was they made one single decision differently, and they made it before they ever landed a single client. The industry was never the decision here. It's the model inside of the industry. That was the decision. And most people never even realize there was a decision to make in the first place. It's like saying I'm opening up a restaurant. That could mean a food truck, a McDonald's franchise, or a fancy steakhouse downtown. Same word, totally different money, totally different lives. Cleaning is no different. A cleaning business isn't one thing. It's a dozen different businesses wearing the same name. And I'll be straight with you. If you want to build a premium office cleaning business, but you're not sure how this model actually works, how it can fit around a busy schedule, or how you can do it without having any experience, I put together a short breakdown video that walks you through the entire thing. Click this card right here and go watch this next. Because I fell into this trap myself. See, when I started, I didn't go residential, but I did go small commercial. That means little accounts. And here's the part that really should get your attention. Even with everything commercial has going for it, the contracts, the after-hours cleaning, all of it, starting small still buried me. Because I had asked the wrong question. I didn't sit down and think about what I wanted to actually own. I asked, what could I get? What little accounts I could grab right now and start making some money on? And look, on the surface, that question I get looks smart, it's practical even. But the easiest work to get your hands on today usually is what builds the hardest business to own tomorrow. And notice what that means. I was already in commercial. So this was not really about residential versus commercial cleaning. It was about the model. I picked small, do-it-yourself version, and it didn't matter one bit that my accounts were offices. I'd still gone and built myself a job. The industry isn't what saves you, it's the model. And I know what some of you are thinking because I had the same thought. Okay, but I've got to start somewhere. Something's better than nothing, right? I hear you. But that's the exact logic that walks you straight into the first guy's life. Something isn't better than nothing if you're building a job that you're going to spend the next 5 years trying to quit. So here's the question I wish somebody grabbed me by the collar and forced me to answer on day one. Not, what could I get today? But what kind of company do I actually want to own 5 years from now? Start with the ending. Picture the business you want to be running 5 years from now. Who's doing the work? When does it happen? How do you actually spend your day? And then build straight back toward that from your very first client. Because the default path everybody repeats sounds so reasonable. Start small, do the work yourself, take whatever customer you can get, add employees later. Someday, work your way out. But look at what that path actually is. You're signing yourself up to be the scheduler, the complaint department, the emergency fill-in, and the salesman, all in one shot. And then you're hoping to climb out of a hole once you've dug it deep enough. See, why would anyone build themselves the exact job they're trying to escape eventually? So the point of this video isn't me saying residential bad, commercial good. It's this. You design for the ownership that you want from the very first account. Not someday eventually down the road. No, instead, from day one. You want the work delegated, the income recurring, the whole thing to be able to run without you standing in the middle of it. That's not the stage you graduate to. It's the choice you make right now. So before you go out there and chase the first job you can land for your business, you're gonna answer either way. The choice is whether you answer it on purpose or you wake up a year from now and you go out and build the business you never wanted to build in the first place. If you do want to build a high-ticket cleaning business, the kind with real profit margins, a handful of ideal clients, and none of the daily headaches, click the first link in the description, book a call, have a conversation with my team, see how we can help you get this business off the ground and profitable and save you tons of heartache in the process. For everyone else, watch this video right here because it's a logical next step.